Distracto.
Well, hello, Brian.
Well, happy Wednesday. It's not really Wednesday, but it's Wednesday when we're airing this. Hello, Caleb. How are you?
I am fan-friggin-tastic.
You sound it. You sound like you're bright-eyed, you're bushy-tailed, you're bushy-bearded.
Oh man, it is a lovely morning here in the great state of Illinois, and so I'm ready to go.
Wow, someone's been snorting some Adderall before the thing. Good job.
Just 6 pills, just 6.
Well, yeah, you're an older gentleman. You don't want to overdo it. I get it.
I'm trying to pull back just a bit.
So we're recording, and this is nice, and it's always lovely to chat with you. It's always a good time when we're talking about nerdy pop culture-y stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's I live in that zone like 24/7. So
I know. But, I tried to get my wife to listen to our podcast, and it was funny because we had talked about this off mic many times. And again, I will say it here at the top of the show and at the end of the show. Thank you for all the people that have listening and are listening and have commented and have told us they listened. We really, really appreciate it. So you guys
1000%.
are fucking legends, baby.
And we've got some great feedback too from people who've made comments, either like who know us and have privately messaged us, or through Instagram or Threads. And some of those are fantastic. And those two of you who messaged who weren't fantastic, you can eat shit.
Well, I got that cease and desist order that you sent me, Caleb, which I thought was weird because we are doing this together. But I figured it was just a funny joke.
I didn't want you spoiling anything in advance. And I know you, and you're a spoiler. So.
You know, I'm trying not to get the Tom Holland disease where he gives away all the plots of the Marvel movies, but sometimes I get so excited.
Well, if you get him and Ruffalo together, and it's over. You know,
I thought Ruffalo was the one keeping him in check, but I guess not.
Oh man, that interview.
Anyway,
was bad. It was funny.
I was trying to get my wife to listen, and she was like, I hear you talk about this stuff constantly all the time. Why would I need to listen to you record and talk about it? I'm like, yeah, it's a fair point. All right, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, I am at a point where, like, I never expect my wife to listen to my bullshit again. It's like, yeah, she's gracious when she does, and she nods, and she'll engage, and then to go like, hey, I know you and I just talked about this briefly, but do you want to listen to me talk about it for 2 hours? You know, and
with your very charming friend Brian,
the answer is an emphatic no.
Not even the thought of me sweetens the pot with her. And I have yet to meet her in person. I've only met her virtually, but she seems very lovely, Caleb.
She's great, absolutely 100%. So. And that's not just me saying that because it's on the internet now on a podcast. So,
well, now it's like admissible. Now it's evidence. Exhibit A. Caleb did say this about my partner.
I cannot back out now. It's over. Yeah.
No, they've been very patient, and we appreciate our partners and our children and our friends who will have to listen to us, tell us, or ask them, hey, what'd you think of the podcast? Did it sound okay? Was it funny? You know. I did get a very nice compliment from a friend of mine that I think, I don't know if I shared it with you. He said, I really like it because you guys, it's just like hanging out with you guys and hearing a nice back and forth conversation. Like you're hanging out with somebody at a party or a bar or whatever, and you're just chatting. And he's like, I really like that format. I like that flow. So thanks, buddy, for saying that. You know who you are. You know who said that because I said it. I thanked you on the text the other day. So thanks.
I love that. I love that. And that's kind of what we want. We want you to feel like you are welcome and comforted here. And like, you know, we're going to just roll up and give you like a ham sandwich and maybe a glass of Bordeaux. I don't know what do you pair with?
First of all, I don't know what you're drinking with your ham sandwiches, but I got to start having them at your house because having a Bordeaux with a Oscar Mayer sliced ham sandwich, man, that sounds great.
Can I interest you a glass of Bordeaux, 1847, with your Oscar Mayer processed deli meat, the obelisk of meat?
Mr. Hormel intended it to be this way. So if you'd like.
Right. If you would like your pimento loaf with a glass of Bordeaux, please let us know.
I also want to give a shout out to my friend from high school. She actually suggested a topic, but it was more privately. It wasn't on the boards or on our socials. But she gave me a good idea for an upcoming, very, very current pop culture-y topic that I've researched. Because it's something I literally have only heard of like just because of memes and things. I don't really know much
Oh.
about it. So when I won't let you know what it is, but I will when we do that episode, you will be hopefully surprised and
Ready for it.
ready to go.
Ready
So
for it.
thank you to my high school friend that said to do this. I appreciate it.
Well, Brian, what's been distracting you this week?
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but the World Cup is being hosted in America and in Mexico and in Canada. And it seems like everybody on the internet is absolutely addicted to foreign visitors coming into this country and experiencing America through their eyes.
Oh, I saw some memes about that. And
Oh my God. It is the most heartwarming and entertaining and delightful thing you will ever watch. I went down a hour-long sinkhole, not even a rabbit hole. This whole pavement opened up and sucked me right in. And it was people going to Buc-ee's and pop restaurants that we drive by. We're like, I don't like that. They're eating in all the fast food joints. They're commenting on how nice. Yeah. How nice and welcoming the American public are. A lot of people are saying, first of all, the rest of the world, we only see America through the news outlets and all the bullshit that happens and and all the bad governmental things that are going on. But the people are so nice, and it's like everyone asks you where you're from and if you're having a good time. I'm like, oh, this makes me feel so happy. It's just a really nice, I don't know, it's like a warm hug. It feels great. And so I'm hoping that we continue to be good hosts because it seems like we have been, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, I didn't know this especially, but the World Cup isn't like it's just in LA or just in New York. It's all over the country.
There's some in Atlanta,
places,
actually. Yeah.
So it's like, people are literally making road trips across the country and experiencing rural Alabama. And here's a gas station I passed, and here's all the shit on the walls, and then in the stores, and how cool it is, and places. Yeah, like you said, places that you wouldn't even darken the door of, but as somebody who's not from here coming in and seeing it, it would be like, ooh, that's cool. Let's go check it out. I'm not a huge Buc-ee's person, partially because they're not around here, but it's still cool.
But it's nice to you're rediscovering the place that you've lived and you kind of take for granted through somebody else's eyes.
100%.
And that makes it really special. My favorite one so far has been this Italian guy ordering at some restaurant. I don't know where they are. They might be in New York or something, but he's just blown away by free refills. He's like, you mean I could get 1,000 of these Cokes? He's like, yeah, but you won't drink 1,000 of those Cokes. But it's free. I just might do it. He's like, and you see him just his eyes light up. He's like, do I have to pay? He's like, no, it's free. You get free refills here. He's just like, what? I guess they don't have free refills in Europe.
No, they do not. At least not at the places I've been. So it's just kind of like, you want a Coke, you get a Coke.
They definitely won't give you a free refill on wine. Cheapskates in Italy don't give me free refills on wine. That's all right. It's fine.
So would you like a classy Bordeaux with your chopped brisket sandwich at Buc-ee's?
And this is the bottomless glass of the Bordeaux, correct? Yes.
This is the bottomless Bordeaux. Yeah.
Anyway, so this has been, it's delightful.
Comes with no pants.
So that's what I've been really basically distracted by this week. And I think it's really nice and heartwarming, and I love it. And I'm hoping that all our foreign friends have a wonderful time here.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't really follow soccer, but hey, good on whoever's doing good at it. Keep on doing it.
Yeah, no, I mean, heck yeah.
Also, I really want to party with the Scots. The Scots basically shut Boston down because they ran them out of beer because they're fucking insane, awesome
That
party
does
people.
sound pretty insane.
I love it. They're in Miami now, and I've been following their journey. So Tartan Army, if you're listening, please make me an honorary Tartan Army member because I would love to drink with you guys. I don't think I'd keep up, but I would love to do it.
I love it. I love it.
How about you, sir? What's been going on in your world?
Well, I am an avid sour candy person. I will 100% of the time choose, and this is controversial, I will choose sour candy over chocolate candy if I have the option. I will, I said 100%. I would 98% of the time, right? There's that 2% where I'm like, nope, I need to have the chocolate, but I still like chocolate. Anyways, that's irrelevant. So I've been on this quest to find the most sour candy that I can possibly find. And I've had a couple of them, and I've watched reviews and people talk about, oh my God, this is the worst sour you'll ever get, and then they do it and they make the stupid sour face and they're drooling and all that stuff. And I'm like, cool, I'll try that. So I'll order them. They arrive, pop one in, nothing. It's not bad. Like, not at all. It's like it didn't even get my mouth to water kind of thing. So either I have an insane tolerance to this, or that was a bullshit video I just saw, right?
You might have fried your sour taste bud receptors on your tongue.
Well,
That
I
could be
got
a
these, like, right
possibility.
now I'm actually, you can kind of, here, I'm sucking
Everyone loves to hear people eat on microphone. That's the best
it's
thing.
my ASMR. Hello, I'm gonna
Ooh, your
chew on some-
mukbang, your audio mukbang.
my retro sours, watermelon sours. And remember when Altoids made sours for a while?
Did they?
Back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, they made sours and they came in like little tins and stuff like that. Well, this one is kind of playing on that. They just call them retro
I like the
sours.
tin though. That's nice.
Yeah. And those are good. They're not very sour though. Like, not for me. But I did find these things called mega sour zombie bombs. And Jesus, it's like it's these are bad. These are like
you don't like the way they taste, or they're just really sour.
Oh no, they're good. They're good. They look like powdered shits.
Like little. It's
Like
like a little,
tiny-
almost like a little tiny ball that's coated in sugar and like a blue color, I guess, from what I can.
It almost looks like a little cake pop or like a little cake ball.
Oh yeah,
enrolled in powdered sugar, right? Because it's black, and you pop that in your mouth, and it's literally you see into the past. It's that sour.
your dead relatives are be like, "What have you done?"
Literally,
Why
they're
are
like,
you
"What
here?"
the fuck are you doing, lad?" I'm your great Scottish grandfather.
We will now walk you through all of the mistakes you have made through your life.
Exactly. And then the sour wears off, and it's this delightfully like not overly sweet, because they're British candies, so they're not nearly as like sugary as American candies. But man, that sour lasts for a solid. If you just put it in your mouth, and even if you're actively like trying to get your saliva to like break down the sourness, it is a solid 15 or 20 seconds of super intense sour.
So it's the reverse. It's the reverse of a Malort, where the Malort initially goes down very, very smooth, and then it lingers for what seems like several months on your tongue.
Oh, absolutely. If you want to really experience anything, Malort is the thing to experience, because you'll drink it, and time literally slows down for you. All you can sense is that
that is a drink that a chaser was invented for sure, because you need something to peel it off your tongue, which feels like you have a carpet on it.
Never in my life have I wanted grapefruit juice more than after you drink Malort. That grapefruit back was like, I was like,
dude, who'd have thought?
Thanks to 3 Dots in a Dash for the grapefruit back suggestion with the Malorts.
When I first came to Chicago, I met Caleb for dinner and drinks at a lovely tiki bar called 3 Dots in a Dash. If you're in Chicago, definitely go. It was awesome. And I've been hearing about the Chicago handshake, which is a shot of Malort and you chase it with Old Style, which is basically just beer flavored beer. And I actually happen to like Old Style. It's pretty good.
If you like water pretending to be beer, drink.
You know
Old
what?
Style.
It's great if you want to drink a lot of something and never really get drunk. That's perfect for you.
That 100% true. Like the old timers who would drink that stuff to get drunk, I would be like, how many fucking Old Styles did you drink? And it's like 76. You know?
Yeah, you could easily win a drinking contest with Old Style. Anyway, so we go to this lovely tiki place. We had a great food. I can't remember what we ate, but I remember it being delicious.
It was great.
We asked them if they did a Chicago handshake, and they're like, well, we don't have Old Style, which I thought was weird because I thought it was issued to every establishment in Chicago. But they're like, so they bring us out a tray of Malort, which if you haven't had it, just look up anything on YouTube or Threads or whatever. It's
horrific. It is 100% accurate too.
Yes. And so they bring it out on this lovely tray with like hibiscus leaves and dry ice.
I was like, this is the prettiest. I
have a video of it. If I can find it, I'll put it on the. If we do an episode on Malort, I'll have to post it. It's great. It's the most fancy presentation that Malort has ever had or deserved for any reason.
Right, and then and then there's the Malorts. We've got the PBRs, and then the dry ice, and then there's these 2 little shots of pink grapefruit juice. And
but it really because Malort leaves almost like a film over in your mouth after the initial. It goes down very smooth. It's not like a painful drink at all.
Yeah, it's like if you were to drink water right out of the reflecting pool in DC right now. and you were able to choke it down. Bits of blue peeling, liner notwithstanding. But yeah, that's what it would kind of feel like is left in your mouth after Malort.
Yeah. So the grapefruit juice is like has that acidity in it, and it really cuts it. And it actually was quite good. It was like a really good chaser for it. Really lovely.
Yeah,
So,
I rethought my ban of grapefruit juice after that. It's like, oh, this isn't too bad.
But I definitely want to go back to 3 Dots and a Dash next time up in the lovely.
Well, brother,
Chicago
we will
area.
do that, and we will go to the Bamboo Room, which is the exclusive room where you sit at the bar and talk with the bartender, and they make drinks and suggest them to you. It's pretty swanky.
When we do our inevitable Tiki Bar episode, this will probably be like a 4-parter because Caleb, that's like right up his alley.
Oh my god! Yes.
We should probably introduce the show because we've been bullshitting. We do this all the time. We just spend the first 15 minutes talking about whatever.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to Distracto.
Hey, whoop, whoop. It's Wednesday for y'all, but it could be Wednesday for us, but it probably isn't.
It's Wednesday somewhere.
It's always Wednesday somewhere.
That's not true. That's not true.
Welcome to Distracto. This is your dose of distraction from the Daily Dumpster Fire. I am Brian.
I am Caleb.
And we hope you're having a good week, guys.
Yeah, we love you. We hope you have clean diapers on because this one might scare the shit out of you.
Oh, that's a really good segue. I could learn a lot because I didn't know where you were going with that.
Speaking of diapers, let's talk about Brian. Do you like
that was okay? That wasn't an edit. I did not edit that part. That was just Caleb literally like Tron cycled 90-degree turn in his brain. Just
hello. How would you like to know about my Lord and Savior Cthulhu? Yeah. No. So I have this fascination with things that may or may not exist in reality, but we have all kinds of stories about them. Do you like similar things?
If you're asking if I believe in stuff like a Bigfoot, no, I don't. But I like the mythology of it, if that's what you're asking me.
Okay, good,
Yes.
good. I like that. Similarly, I do not believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in like ghosts or supernatural type of things. And I think that's probably why I can happily and easily watch really terribly violent or just scary things and then sleep like a baby because I'm not afraid that Chucky or something is going to show up and get me.
Or it could just be means that you're a sociopath, and I'm fine with that too.
I mean, maybe.
Which is why I love you, buddy, my little sociopath.
You think these are sours? They're covered in strychnine.
Oh, Jesus.
So I thought what would be fun to talk about would be something that a lot of us maybe have heard about, but don't really know too much about them. Maybe we know one or two of them, but I thought cryptids would be something fun to talk about.
Would be fun to talk about.
So what do you know about cryptids? Do you know anything?
I do, and I mentioned Bigfoot earlier, and I kind of did that, I guess, unknowing what this episode was going to be about.
Well, look at that. You just kismet.
And I know that being from the Great Garden State, New Jersey, we have our own. It's the New Jersey Devil, and there's a team named after it, which I am, very much a big fan of. And like Mothman, I think I've heard of like 3. So Bigfoot, Mothman, and the Jersey Devil, and maybe I guess Loch Ness Monster would be one, but that's in Scotland, so that doesn't really. Yep. So like the big boys or girls or whatever they identify with.
All correct. The heavy hitters, They're rock stars of the cryptid world. And there's lots of weird ones. Illinois, of course, where I am, we have our own. We have a couple. And most states have more than one,
What?
but
I thought every state just had one, like a state flag or a state flower.
No, it's not like there was a battle royale in the state and the last surviving cryptid is like, I win state mascot.
So it's not like a Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome type situation with cryptids.
There's Tina Turner and midgets are not involved in this whatsoever.
One monster enter.
So no.
Two monster enter, one monster leave. That would be cool, though, if they did have a battle royale of the cryptids.
That would be sweet. Could you imagine we charge tickets and everything? Like exploit these poor animals? No, we don't want to do that. So
when you put it that way, it kind of sours the whole idea of it. So thanks.
Aww. No, there's going to be people outside protesting. PETA's there.
You had to the E word, the whole exploitation word. Ruins everything. Humans are the worst.
We sure are. Well, so I thought what would be fun is to start the episode about cryptids with maybe some kind of definition so we can all get on the same playing field. And I've got some fun things that we can kind of to play with here before we actually start talking about specific cryptids in general. What do you think?
All right. Hit me with it.
So,
I think that's great. I mean, I didn't know there was this deep thing going on here.
Apparently there is groups out there, and I found one fun thing that really breaks down what is a cryptid and what is not. Therefore, we can kind of all get on the same playing field intellectually here on this little journey we're going to go on. This is the hobbits going to Mordor of cryptid talk.
So there's gatekeeping in the cryptid definition school of thought. Is that what you're saying?
Well, let me just put it this way: if there's a white person, there's a gatekeeper, and so that's yeah,
they ruin everything.
So we'll just leave it that. Sure, God,
leave these poor cryptids alone. They're just doing their jobs.
they're just trying to exist, right? Man. A cryptid is, according to this, I when I was looking up information, I decided what better place to look than Reddit for all factual information.
Sad but true. It is a fountain of information. So, whether it's valuable or not is up to you, but yeah.
Absolutely. So, humorously, I say that because, cryptid is Reddit is a dumpster fire of, Reddit itself it's the first internet cryptid.
Yep.
Made out of digital nothingness.
Them and 4chan are kind of battling out for the #1 spot.
Oh God. Yeah. Man alive. I think X might be considered one as well. So basically a cryptid, if we're going to use the definition set up by this particular group on Reddit, a cryptid is best defined as an animal whose present existence science does not recognize.
So wouldn't that mean...
So it's outside of what's...
Any mythological creature?
Right, okay. Right. So it says like an animal that may or may not exist, right. Like Bigfoot or a Yeti, even the Loch Ness Monster would be a cryptid because it is an animal. It comes from Earth. It rises out of nature, even if it is aberrant or some kind of mutant.
So of an unusual size, or like a giant squid or the Kraken or something could be considered that.
Right. Those kinds of things could be cryptids.
Gotcha.
Right? So we're kind of going to look at this thing written by Bernard Heuvelman.
Oh, I love that guy.
Who had an article called I have
all of his works.
I have both of his works.
I'm a total Heuvelman head man over here. I just love him. #1 fan.
Oh God,
love that guy.
Heuvelman,
baby.
Right. So he wrote an article called "What is Cryptozoology?" Right, and which was a term I was unfamiliar with before. Looking all of this up.
Where was this article published? So, was it in local Kooks Monthly, or was it?
I'm gonna guess it was probably there used to be when I used to work at a Barnes and Noble, and there used to be all kinds of really weird magazines and periodicals that we would stock, and only the weirdest of the weirdos would come in and look at them. Like you'd get one of these and you'd be like, oh hell yeah, I know exactly where that guy's going, and it was either into the adult book section or right to the magazines with all the weird ass stuff in it. And, there was one that was section. Full of. Well, yeah, it was like we would get things like Skeptic, which was a scientific magazine, which was fine. But then you'd start getting all these weird ones. Like it would be like they'd put the science books in there right next to like the weird shit like this, like cryptids and all kinds of weird stuff, unexplained UFO phenomenon, things like that.
Every once in a while, from the back you hear, "I knew it," and then just like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, exactly. Oh hell yeah,
I'm vindicated.
Like right. So Bernard Heuvelman had an article. I have no idea where it is because this particular thing I'm citing has its, but doesn't have a citation as to where I could read the actual what is cryptozoology thing. But
library school education is totally ashamed by your lack of citation.
Where in the Dewey Decimal System would I find such a periodical? So here's a cryptid, right? We have some types of cryptids, right? We have unknown animals, right? Things like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster. Something that I need to look up but didn't have time to do. The Mongolian death worm.
What?
So Mongolian death worm, I can only imagine that it is a descendant of Genghis Khan.
Sounds like a carnival ride.
Hey kid, you want to ride the Mongolian death worm?
Or a really shitty euphemism for something gross.
God. You know what? It works for both equally as well.
Hey, baby, you want to come over my apartment and see my Mongolian death worm? No, really, it's in a tank. I have to feed it like live mice. It's crazy.
It's crazy. The bigger New York-sized rats. So we have the Kraken.
Oh, yeah.
Kraken is one.
Also a hockey team.
Literally, it lists generic sea serpent, so some kind of sea serpent.
All right.
The giant anaconda.
From the movie Anaconda with... was it Ice Cube? Was Ice Cube in that?
With Jack Black and Paul Rudd, or would you go back to...
No, I'm going the original with Ice Cube and Betty... No, Betty White was in Lake Placid. Ice Cube was in Anaconda.
Yes. Yeah, we don't want to confuse... John Voight and Oliver Platt was in...
I always get Betty White and John Voight confused for some reason.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's something you don't want to get wrong too often.
No, I didn't watch the new one all the way through, but
the new one, it was so meta and so ridiculous. I mean, you get Paul Rudd and Jack Black together, you're gonna have a good time, and it was as fucking ridiculous as you can imagine it would be. And
I don't think Professor Bernard Huvelman would agree with your assessment about that.
He has had it with my shit already. So then basically, like I said, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, the Mongolian death worm, the Kraken, the sea serpent, the giant anaconda, or any kind of new animal that isn't recognized by scientists as existing. So I can imagine something like the chupacabra, which is, some kind of dog like creature, right?
Like a wild hyena kind of thing.
Yeah. The Jersey Devil sounds like it could be one, right? So those kinds of things, cryptids. What else is a cryptid? An out-of-place animal. So, like, for example, places where these things shouldn't be.
I dropped a giraffe off in Antarctica just for some research. That's now a cryptid.
That's a fucking cryptid. His name's Bernard. Bernard Huvelman. It is giraffe cryptid.
It is not happy with its new surroundings, let me tell you.
There is not a damn tree to eat in sight.
Okay, so Caleb sent me this list, and the first one on it is British big cats, and I just want a bunch of cats, just like, good Lord, Governor, I'm sitting here, and this kibble is just not up to standard.
Right? No, it doesn't clump right and gets between my paws.
It's just a tiger with a monocle and a pith helmet on. Like, what's happening right now?
Right? But like I can imagine, because it doesn't elaborate on that, British big cats, I can imagine things like a tiger in Britain would not be welcome. It's out somewhere, like not just escaped from a zoo, but it's been like breeding in the forests or something.
This doesn't include animals at a zoo that you could go see. This is
right.
like riding the tube one Monday morning and fucking like panther or something.
There's a panther in there, right?
Also, Phantom Kangaroos. What a dope ass band name that would be.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, I need, it's like Phantom Planet, but better because it's kangaroos. It's aggressive marsupials. Which also would be kind of a really cool band name.
I didn't mean to step on your line, but I jumped ahead and I saw Phantom Kangaroos, and that's a pretty sweet thing.
That is dope, right? Because I'm thinking like, okay, so a phantom kangaroo is what? Like I was having the morning coffee and looking out upon the field which lay behind my homestead, and sure enough, there's a kangaroo just galloping by, or whatever they do.
Yeah, I guess if you're in an area where there's a lot of kangaroos, you tend to you're conditioned to see them. So is it a kangaroo that you thought you saw in a place that kangaroos readily exist? Or are you in New York City?
I was in a Target in the bra section with my kid, and there was a kangaroo just standing there in a Target shirt. I was like,
there was one on Little Havana down in Miami when I was getting a sandwich. It was weird.
Right,
just kind of hopping around.
I was getting a Cuban and a coffee, and there's this fucking kangaroo just staring at me like he's behind me in line, and he's tapping his foot like he's impatient.
I know he was trying to use Apple Pay, and it wasn't working. It was a whole thing.
Face ID was just not, doing it. African tigers, right? Because tigers are Asian, so they would be. It's weird to see a tiger roaming the savannah.
Oh, yeah.
Australian big cats. So I'm assuming any kind of lion, tiger. I don't know that I personally didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I personally don't know of any.
I guess they don't have them
big
there,
cats that come from Australia, but we know we have dingoes and the kangaroos. And we have lots of big animals, but no, there's no elephants out there. There's none of that kind of thing, right? And I'm not talking like domesticated.
People from Australia, let us know if there are big cats where you live, because that way we can discredit Bernard Huvelman's precious work that he's done.
We don't want to piss off the Huvelman estate, okay?
No.
So basically any existing group of animals that are sighted in a new area outside their usual range, right?
See, I take umbrage with this because I don't think out of place animals, when I think cryptid, I think unexplained phenomena. Like, Bigfoot, sure. Loch Ness Monster, absolutely. Whatever the fuck the Mongolian deathworm is, sure. I imagine it's a very, very dangerous worm.
The
from
Kraken
Mongolia,
may be my favorite of the mythological cryptids here, right?
Right.
I can see
out
that,
of place animals are just like, I took a wrong turn somewhere and now I'm here. That's not a cryptid. That's just an animal that doesn't belong in that place.
Some asshole imported me as a baby, and then when I got too big or ate his kid or something, instead of reporting it, he just fucking threw me out the window while driving down the road, and now I live in the field with whatever else.
Well, it's like when people buy exotic birds and then they realize, oh shit, why do I have a bird? And then they let it go. And so there's cockatiels flying around, Kansas City or something.
Lake Zurich, Illinois. Yeah.
It's like, that's not a cryptid. That's just a bird that was bought at a pet store that no one wanted. That's what that is.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So now we have the final category of what is a cryptid. Falls into the surviving extinct animals category.
And they are also considered cryptids?
I guess because they technically shouldn't be around. So therefore, we say they're extinct, but this happens. There are still surviving species.
Why aren't they called scientific miracles? That should be what they've been called.
The fuck this cryptid category. We want to be surviving miracles, right? So things like the thylacine,
I don't know what that is.
The ivory-billed woodpecker. I personally want one of these in my house. A giant ground sloth.
What would you use it for?
Just companionship mainly.
Just sloth stuff. Yeah, mostly sloth related
sloth things. Yeah. Hey man, you just want to chill again? You got it. Here, let me throw you some whatever sloths eat.
If anything, it would be a very excellent conversation piece at the Caleb household.
He just always listens. He just never talks back. Every now and then he'll just come up to you and I don't know if he wants to eat me or hug me, so I stay away from him. Just,
Yeah, he's got these really long claws that look terrifying, but he's so slow. You can get out of the way pretty effectively.
When he goes to swipe, you got a solid 15 minutes to get out of the way.
Now there's a picture. Is that what a thylacine is?
I'm guessing
a cat,
it's a cat
dog
thing. Yeah, it looks literally
with stripes on its back.
It looks like it could be either a cat or a dog. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, it's pretty cool looking. I like it.
Yeah. So basically an animal like a living mammoth,
but a dead mammoth is not a cryptid.
No, hell no. That's just a dead mammoth.
I mean, we see so many of those on a daily basis.
Oh God,
all over the place.
It's got 3 in my backyard alone. So an animal that once existed.
Bury them. They'll stink.
You have no idea. An animal that once existed, but scientists believe it is extinct. Since most scientists don't think they're still around, they count as cryptids. This is another area of contention with me and Mr. Bernard Huvelman. I would like to see more of his thoughts on that. I really, truly only would count cryptids in the unknown animals department, but I'm, again, not a cryptid expert, but I do play D&D and read fantasy. So these other animals are just these other animal categories just seem to me as if they are bizarre happenstance that got them there. And so they're out of place and we think it's weird, but I'm not terrified of a thylacine or a out of place kangaroo like I would be the Loch Ness Monster.
If it's a ghost kangaroo like Phantom Kangaroo implies, then that would be in the cryptid
I think
category.
We need to make shirts called that just say Phantom Kangaroo.
Phantom Kangaroo.
Right. I think that would be good. So
right, mate. You ever see the old Phantom Kangaroo? There,
right? You're about to.
I'll reckon you'll crap your trousers. That was my terrible, terrible Australian accent. I'm so sorry.
If you have a great American accent, and you're from out of the country, or you now live in the United States, you're an immigrant, and you have great great like stereotypes of Americans, give us your best. I want to hear how stupid
please
we
do.
sound, because I am all for it.
I imagine we sound pretty stupid.
Oh God, we are fucking the worst, man. So those were the things that are, according to Bernard Heuvelman, cryptids.
I don't know. I'm already mad at this Bernard Heuvelman guy. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
So now we have this plethora, and we'll try to get through this so we can get to the meat of the episode, but this is quite humorous. We have a bunch of what are not cryptids, right? We have all these things that are not cryptids, and we're going to start with aliens, because aliens
I can agree with that.
are not cryptids, right? So things like the Flatwoods Monster, no idea what that is. The Hopkinsville Goblins, which sounds fucking great.
Sounds like a minor league baseball team.
Hey, welcome up to bat next are the Hopkinsville Goblins. They're going to be taking
I want to go see that game.
They're going to be taking on the Joliet Jackhammers coming up next.
Oof.
Here on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
I would watch that game.
I would totally watch it, because the Hopkinsville Goblins are just going to straight up eat the other team. The alien octopoids.
Yeah, so look, well, aliens, otherworldly, like from not our planet.
Yep.
Yeah, they're aliens. That's
they
different.
are not
visitors
cryptids, man.
They
They only come from Earth.
I agree with that.
Cryptids have to be native to Earth. They have to be spawned from the Earth's loins, so to speak, right? Yep. Paranormal animals, things that...
See, this is when we're getting into big disagreement.
This is the weeds of this conversation, right? These next few are definitely this is what I call the weeds section. Aliens make sense.
Yeah.
At least the animals, even if I disagree with them, makes sense because they're natural, Earth creatures.
Sure.
Now we're getting into the stuff that I would say half of this stuff could be a cryptid, right?
Right.
But maybe we're just going to have to do a follow-up and get Bernard Heuvelman on this episode to defend himself.
Or make him cry.
Or be like, fuck you, Bernard. Bernie. The only other Bernie I know is Lomax.
Where did you study cryptozoology? I didn't go to cryptozoology school called Mr. Bernard. Thank you very much. It's Dr. Bernard.
Dr. Bernard Heuvelman. Somewhere I like to think his ears are really itchy right now.
By the way, Bernard, if you're listening to this, I don't know why you would be, but we're just having a good time with you, buddy.
We're having a laugh.
We're having a laugh. We're having a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't take it too seriously.
So paranormal animals. So this is where we start to disagree here. Mothman.
Well, see, the first two on the list are the shit that I listed right when we first started talking about this.
Right. When we think cryptids, Mothman is literally. I think of that one before I think of Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Right. Mothman is the cryptid in my brain. He is like King Daddy cryptid.
On the Mount Rushmore of cryptids, it's Loch Ness, it's Bigfoot, it's Mothman, it's Jersey Devil. That's
no, it might even be, there might even be two Mothmans on there. There
might be two Mothmans. Sure, right. Whatever.
But the point is that, Mothman, because he's a paranormal animal, the Jersey Devil is on this. I want to know more about these black demon dogs.
I mean, I don't know what that is. Sounds like the David Bowie thing, the Diamond Dogs.
The Diamond Dogs. Diamond Dogs were also a group in the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Oh. So that's a whole other episode.
Don't get you started on that Metal Gear Solid.
Oh God, me and Metal Gear, I love it so much. Anyways, so paranormal animals are also known as zooforms, according to Heuvelman.
That's such a lame
beings
term.
that resemble normal animals but have some kind of supernatural or paranormal quality. Right? Heuvelman stated that the arcane or occult zoology was not part of cryptozoology. Right? So he's making a hard delineation here. Right? So
all right, well, that's where we disagree.
Yeah, so that might make a few of us angry, right? So we're just
now. I do agree on his next set of stuff. That is fine. I do agree with that.
Yes, supernatural humans.
Sure,
we have vampires, werewolves, zombies. I'm not sure about the Wendigo, skinwalkers, and ghosts. Right? These are all humans with supernatural abilities. A cryptid, by definition, is a new species of animal, so a human doesn't count. They would fall under cryptoanthropology.
So I always thought a Wendigo was like a Yeti.
I think I get that at least from the Marvel Comics character Wendigo, who is kind of just...
That's probably why I thought of it. And you fight him in the X-Men arcade game.
Yeah, he's basically Canada's like Bigfoot.
He's Canada's Bigfoot. He's Bigfoot North. Right. That's what he is.
Bigfoot North. We have fearsome critters.
I love that John Cleese movie, Fearsome Critters. It was great.
Oh, it's so good. Cactus cat, which literally looks like a lynx or something.
Yeah.
But it's got looks like it's got knives growing out of the back of its front ankles.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
That's so it can cut a bitch,
Holy shit.
If it doesn't smack you with its cactus tail or headbutt you with its cactus forehead.
Or really good at opening cans. He's very good at opening those old school juice cans when you were a kid. You had to pierce both sides of it.
And then one for the air pressure.
The slide rock bolter sounds like another minor league baseball team.
That's
they would play.
They're in the finals next to the Goblins and the Joliet Jackhammers, right?
Man, they had a lot of good pitchers this year. The Bolters did.
Oh man,
a lot of them.
We have the Squonk. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't even know what that is. That's what happens when you squeeze a goose too hard.
Squonk. There's the next one is equally as stupid. The hodag.
You're a hodag. Oh wait, that's an actual animal. Sorry.
Yes, the hodag.
I've heard of the next one. I know what that is.
The jackalope, right? That's the kind of like the far west, southwest area where you've got it's like a jackrabbit with the antlers. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So basically, fearsome critters are a fictional group of animals created by lumberjacks in North America. They're 100% fictional. They're cryptids or creatures that allegedly really exist, right? Fearsome critters weren't cited by anyone, so they aren't real cryptids, right? So it's basically
First of all, I love the qualification of this list, 100% fictional. Pretty much everything we've read so far has been 100% fictional.
Right. Hey, you know what? And if you believe in that, I'm not making fun of you. Brian and I obviously do not believe in these things. And
we're a little skeptical.
We're having some fun with them. But hang on. But I will say, though I kind of think of myself as a skeptic when it comes to supernatural things, I will change my mind with evidence, with actual evidence. I am not.
Yeah, if you walk into a party with Bigfoot and he introduces himself, or she, whatever.
I'll be like, well, shit, I was wrong. Okay,
well, let's party Bigfoot. Fuck me. I guess, good to know.
Yep.
This is Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He goes by William Foot. Very nice.
William, big in quotes, Foot.
Yeah. And also, I agree with the fearsome critters. They're more I guess, for lack of a better, they're more folklore. These are novelty acts, folklore. Yeah, folklore stuff. And the next category too, I don't know.
That.
I'm still really butthurt about the whole Mothman and Jersey Devil not being a cryptid according to this guy.
You and me both. I think that those guys, the paranormal animals kind of seem to me like hybrid, animals.
This guy's the Neil deGrasse Tyson of the cryptid universe. He just made Pluto not a planet.
Yeah.
And he's saying, nope, Mothman's not a cryptid.
God. So... Yeah, so I get it. What I like about the fearsome critters though is it's these guys are alone. They're isolated. They're lumberjacks. They're hardworking dudes. They're surrounded by nature all day doing these things. It's fun to kind of create and have these things out of hobbies, and then these things spin out of control. They're fun things for tourists to look at, and then they develop a lore of their own and folklore, and they kind of get caught up by the culture and used in weird ways and fun ways. And so I like that kind of stuff. Even though it's weird.
Still don't know what a squonk and a hodag are, though.
We're gonna have to look some of this up because I need to know what a squonk and a hodag.
This might be a multi-part installment of this podcast because there are so many cryptids I've discovered that I don't know anything about.
There's so many good. We'll just come back to cryptids every so often and talk about new ones. So the next category is mythical creatures, right? So when I say mythical creatures, what are some that come to mind to you, Brian?
I mean, like dragons, things of tails, unicorns and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe a phoenix or a harpy or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Or a griffin, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of my ideas come from classical Greek mythology, right?
Sure.
Like you said, the phoenix, which I don't believe is Greek.
I don't know.
But I do. But it's a very pop culture-y creature. We use the phoenix. I mean, Harry Potter had Fawkes the Phoenix. We see it all over
Jean
the place.
Grey.
Yeah, exactly. Which
University of Phoenix, which also gives you powers, from what I understand.
That's perfect. You just can't kill it, man. It just keeps coming back.
It has it's underneath a Lazarus pool. You just constantly just go down there. Every
big ass Lazarus.
If you fail a class, you just take a dip in the Lazarus pool. And
Welcome back. So yeah, mythical creatures again: unicorns, Pegasus, Egyptian Sphinx, right? Dragons. So sorry, Game of Thrones fans, Drogon is not real. So neither is Sheep Stealer. Did you watch the current episode of House of the Dragon? Season 3 is up, baby.
No, I kind of tapped out on
Oh God, no.
I really liked Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I watched that multiple times.
God. Oh my God. I cried so bad.
You know what? I get so annoyed with the Targaryens just being dicks the whole time, and it's like, all right, you're not even fun. This is
it's just a
exhausting
dick
now.
measuring
Stop it.
contest the entire time.
It's a dragon measuring contest. And by the way, when what's his face? Jason Momoa was on the original Game of Thrones. For the longest time, I thought his name was Khal Drogo. Like I really
man.
did. I was like,
This is my buddy
weird
Carl.
name for a fantasy world. Khal Drogo.
Carl Drogo. That's his like drunk cousin. Hi, this is Khal Drogo.
Well, like,
and
I
his
asked-
cousin Carl. You know,
My wife had read the books, and I'm like, is he saying Carl? Is his name Khal Drogo? It's like, no, it's Khal Drogo. I'm like, all
it's
right.
like a title,
That's
man.
way better
you
than
know, yeah.
Khal Drogo. No offense to the Carls out there, but it seemed like George R.R. Martin really dropped the ball on naming him if you just called him
Carl
Carl.
Drogo. I can't think of anything. It's like Philip Drogo or something. You know,
It's like, this is Dave. That's it. No last name,
Right.
just Dave.
right? You got all these like you got the Khaleesi with all of her titles and her husband
Sure.
Carl.
Carl, yes.
Yeah. So like dragons, the Sphinx, Pegasus, unicorns, mythical creatures.
Yeah, those are mythical. Those are mythological.
They're completely
creatures.
made up.
That's
They're
fine.
stories, right? They don't count as cryptids. Cryptozoologists may study the link between animal myths and cryptids, however. So there may be that some of the mythical stories of these creatures spawned from real cryptids in the past,
Sure.
right?
All
So
right.
that's that. Now, some of the ones that I'm totally with, like, oh yeah, 100% not cryptids, right? Are the fictional creatures / creepypastas, right? Which are very modern style scary things. You know, like Slender Man, Rake,
Mhm.
Siren Head, who is probably the
Would
weirdest.
would the
fucking,
Babadook be in
guy.
that category too?
The Babadook could, yeah, because he was just a mental illness, right, of the woman in the movie. So, but he, so yeah, fictional creature like that. Basically, they're not cryptids since they were made up, like just for story purposes, right? There's a number of fictional animals people online spread as real creatures, right? So, yeah. So like Siren Head to me was one of the weirdest. Like Slender Man, I get because it's that uncanny valley where we think it's close enough that it resembles a human, but not quite enough that suddenly it's like, oh my God, this thing is super creepy.
And very tall.
Right.
It's like the back rooms of it all, that kind of thing. Like you think
Exactly.
you see something. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but Siren Head is this whole other thing because he's got like air raid sirens for a head. And
Also,
then
a great band name, Siren Head.
Siren Head.
Phantom Kangaroos.
We
opening
are
for
Siren Head.
What?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I saw a picture of Siren Head. I think you sent me one, and it is pretty unsettling. But you know,
mhm.
I mean, as far it's very much in line with the Slenderman. So it's this very tall Slenderman, like it's his last name, Slenderman. Sorry,
This is Dr. Slenderman.
this is
He's
Doug
gonna be seeing-
Slenderman. Anyway, but yeah, like this very tall, lanky, spindly creature with literally a head that has like several like almost air raid sirens from back in like World War II on it. It's creepy looking.
Yep.
Cool though.
Yep. So those guys are definitely not cryptids. And then the last category is other non-cryptids, things that have myths and a very big like pop culture following
Mhm.
or like fan base, right? So things like mysterious places like Atlantis.
Yeah, why would
Atlantis is not a cryptid, guys,
No.
okay? AI generated characters, which has to
Absolutely
be the
not.
dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of.
I love it. This next one is just objects.
Objects.
Like anything? Like this
Did you know
lamp,
that
not a
can
cryptid.
of Coke over there? Not a cryptid. Look, we should just do that. We should just start walking around like, hey, Caleb, you know that new hair product you bought? Not a cryptid. It's like, gee,
You know what?
thanks.
That'll annoy everyone except for the two of us.
We'll be like,
we will find it very amusing.
God, we will love it, and everybody else will be like, just shut the fuck up, you two.
This next one, read the next one after objects, because I don't know what that is even about.
Strange humans like melon heads. You know,
What
like,
is that? What does that mean?
I've heard of cone heads. I've heard of, I've seen Megamind.
You know,
I've
this
seen,
Huvelman research is really falling apart towards the end here.
it has to be recent because Huvelman must still be alive because he's got fucking creepypastas on this list.
I was gonna say he mentions AI, which is pretty
Right.
current. So I don't know, but yeah,
So
the glowing lights thing. It says I
Yep.
agree with all these things that they're not cryptids. That's fine.
Newly discovered animal species that weren't sighted prior to their discovery, thus being newly, discovered. And the generic term for the weird and mysterious, right?
Mm-hmm.
That word is not cryptid with a D at the end. It's cryptic with a C, right?
Right.
So now we have what is a cryptid and what's not. So I think
this is a very polarizing sort of list, and I don't know if it's a definitive list, but from what
that's why I just wanted.
I have my agreements and disagreements with it.
I just wanted to present some kind of thing to guide our conversation, our expectations, and something that we could just use as a barometer for understanding these. And again, I disagree with a lot of those things, but then again, I'm not a cryptozoologist. I'm not Bernard fucking Huvelman. So
that's his middle name, actually.
It is. It's literally spelled in all caps.
Caleb, you mentioned before that every state and country, I guess, has their own set of cryptids, like multiple cryptids. And obviously we can't go through all of them in a single episode. So what have you brought to the table to prove your loyalty to the cryptids?
Okay. So
ideal?
So what I have prepared today, and I have some auxiliary information if we have time, but I would like to spend our time talking about both the Illinois and the Georgia cryptids, if that's okay with you.
It's not okay. No, it's absolutely fine.
And if we have time,
and then just like disconnected my microphone, and that was it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's it, folks. We just set up the rules, and we're going to leave you with that.
That would be very awkward.
That would be.
No,
I would be fun.
I don't know anything about. I don't really know what Georgia's cryptid is or Illinois' cryptids are. So that would be great.
For Georgia, I have a whopping 6 for you to choose from.
That's so many. Okay,
right?
List them
and
off.
so
you
you can choose of the 6. You can choose your favorite, and we'll just officially name that the superior Georgia cryptid.
Oh, I see. I get to nominate one. For
It's you.
Spot.
You get to nominate it for the official Georgia.
It really should be my wife, considering she was born here. I am just I moved
You're a transplant,
here.
but you've been here for how long?
20 something years.
Yeah. Okay. So you've probably lived there just as long
since 1997 ish. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm an old person. Okay.
So here we go.
Sure.
Why don't we start with the Georgia Raptor?
The Georgia Raptor.
Right, and feel free to look any of these up if you want to see pictures of these guys online.
Oh, I will be
listening, or Brian, as we're talking. Look, you can look these up. The Georgia Raptor is a bipedal, large lizard cryptid with a stiff tail and a huge claw. I don't know if there's more than one. It just says a huge claw.
And from the picture, it looks kind of like a raptor from Jurassic Park. It's a dinosaur-looking thing.
It says it was famously reported by an 18-year-old and his grandfather near the South Carolina border. So I don't know. Is that up like where near our friend lives up in the mountains?
Yeah. I mean, sort of. It depends on where in South Carolina, but yeah, it's not that far. I mean, you can get there in a couple hours. So maybe he was just trying to figure out a nice place to go for vacation.
He's just chilling in the South Carolina, and this dumbass 18-year-old kid and his grandpa are like, "Grandpappy, look, it's the Georgia Raptor."
No, kid. That's a team from Toronto. They play basketball. We don't have that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it just looks it's kind of like it's a lizard standing on its back 2 legs. It looks like it's about as tall as an average sized man from this drawing that I'm seeing, which I'm sure is 100% accurate.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's a scaly lizard guy.
Would this be a character in any of the Mortal Kombat games, specifically the Mortal Kombat 2 or 3 eras?
No.
Okay.
It's honestly like if someone was forced to come up with a cryptid, but in a really short amount of time for like some kind of meeting, and he's just like,
and Jurassic Park was on the
like
TV when they did this.
It's kind of a lazy cryptid, honestly, if you ask me.
Gotcha.
I'm not impressed, Caleb, and this will not be nominated as Georgia's cryptic representative.
All right, so fuck the Georgia Raptor. Okay,
Georgia Raptor.
Dogman, and I'm not talking about the record-breaking. books by Dav Pilkey.
Or
One
Dave
of the best, one of the best-selling graphic novel series of all time. Which,
Okay.
for a fan of
So-
The Watchmen and books like that, to hear Dogman being the number one really hits me. But you know what? I can't
Shout
deny it.
out to Dave or Dav Pilkey. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name, but you kept my son very entertained when he was younger. So
Yeah,
thank you for that.
ADHD was the best robot ever.
So the dog man, it looks like almost like a Bigfoot sized giant werewolf, all black, standing on two legs again, long arms. This one picture, this one doctored photo looks like it's got like red, like where his musculature would be. It's got red eyes. It's just a big black dog that walks on two legs, or a guy in a very cheaply made gorilla costume. That's kind of what it looks like.
That sounds fair, because the description I have says that it is a werewolf-like upright canine between 6 to 8 feet tall with glowing eyes, and is frequently reported around the graveyards and the dense woodlands of North Georgia's mountains.
Now, I've camped in North Georgia's mountains, and if I saw something like that in the forest, I would shit my pants because it looks.
So you didn't see any
terrifying.
Dogman scat anywhere,
If I was alone camping or with somebody and that thing ambled out of the woods, I would definitely leave very quickly.
Excuse me, do you know where the men's room is?
Excuse me, I left a smartwatch around here a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to find it. Are you going to eat that steak? While it's way creepier than the Georgia Raptor, again, I don't think this earns top spots for me. It's very cool. It's more of like something I would fight in a video game rather than I don't know. It doesn't say Georgia to me.
I get you. This next one might say Alabama more than Georgia to me, but then again, I haven't spent much time in southern Georgia, so maybe. It's called Hogzilla. Hogzilla is a massive feral hog alleged to weigh over 1,000 pounds and measure 12 feet long. This gained attention after national attention after being shot in Alfalfa, Georgia.
This to me isn't a cryptid. It's just a big animal. It just looks like a giant pig. That's all it is. Now, don't get me wrong. The size of it is impressive from this photo, if it's real or not.
Right.
It's a very large pig.
I misspoke. It's not alfalfa. Excuse me. It's Alapaha.
Alapaha. Yeah, it's one of the native or First Nations.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Tribal names that I always end up butchering. So forgive me if I do. But yeah,
there's there's literally an A every other letter of this word. So I was like,
there's a lot of places in South Georgia and Georgia, that are named after their original inhabitants.
Yeah, we've got the same thing here in Illinois. There are lots named after native.
I'm gonna give it a big old no. This looks like someone took a hog and just made it real big. That's all it is.
They glued some tusks on it and put a strip of nails on its back.
It's not scary. I mean, it would probably be scary if it was charging you, but it's not like, oh, this is just a really big pig. It's all. Yeah. So
fair.
Pass on that one too. God, you're not.
Now we're getting into some of the really genuinely weird ones. The moon-eyed people, which are a race of small, pale, cave-dwelling humanoids who are sensitive to sunlight, tied to the history of Fort Mountain and the Cherokee oral traditions.
I like this one.
Wouldn't you say, though, that because it said that they are humanoids, that they would definitely fall into either the alien or the supernatural humans category?
Yeah, these look more like and from the pictures, there are these statues that look like bald humanoid figures that have like kind of a vacant expression. They look they were carved out of rock or something. And they look like they would be part of like some kind of an alien or supernatural lore. So no, not a cryptid. Probably creepy not knowing the story about them. I mean, I wouldn't want to run into one, but not really a cryptid in my opinion.
Totally fair.
But they're definitely, they give them more credence than a giant fucking pig or a lizard that can walk on two legs.
Oink oink. Where's my food? The next one is interesting to me because I have been a Harry Potter fan for a long time, And yes, I'm not a fan of JK's stance
Oh yeah.
or thing. So it's a complicated um, it's a complicated thing for me these days.
You like
Uh,
the artist's art, but not necessarily the artist itself. And that seems to be
yes,
a common thing these days when you
yes,
learn more
yes.
about people that create stuff.
Especially because I have people in my sphere who JK would directly attack and want to
Yeah.
take rights away from. So that
Yeah, her views on,
makes it
on the
more
LGBT community
yeah.
are pretty shitty, so I don't appreciate that either.
So in spite of that, before all of that came out, when the original Fantastic Beasts movies came out,
Mhm.
there was an American version of Hogwarts called Ilvermorny, and you could go onto the Harry Potter, the Pottermore website, and get sorted into whatever Hogwarts house you had. But then you could do the Ilvermorny, and they had different categories, and they had different characteristics that they would kind of sort you into the various houses for that didn't parallel the Hogwarts houses. So just because you were in Slytherin didn't mean you were going to be in this specific house over here.
Was one of the questions like, do you like ranch dressing? Yes or no?
How do you feel about pickled objects? Things like that. I guess
do you call it football or soccer? What do you call it?
Do you like things inserted gently or forcefully into your rectum?
Well,
lube optional.
Now you really get into the nitty gritty.
I got two dry fingers that say otherwise.
Are you Ivor horny for Ivor Morny? Yes or no?
Oh my God, that's great. So one of the categories or one of the houses is based on this cryptid. And that's the house that I actually got sorted into because I'm a nerd and did that. It's called the Wampus Cat. And the Wampus is a howling, evil mountain legend from North Georgia, often described as half dog, half cat, with piercing yellow eyes. I believe this cryptid has 6 legs. So it's like 2 front legs and then a set in the middle and a set in the back.
It does. So this picture, this artist rendering is it's like a mountain lion type looking thing. And it's got, 6 legs. So it's got 2 paws or the regular legs where they would normally be. And then like 2 front paws that come out a little bit before their front legs. So it could stand and then also swipe at you at the same time.
And probably
its, balance.
Probably play a mean game of basketball too.
A 6-legged spider cat would be pretty scary. I don't, because I
got LeBron James and this Wampus going up for player of the year.
I don't know, man. Like for those of us that live with domesticated house cats know how crazy they can be. I can only imagine giving them an extra pair of legs. Yeah, this would be kind of unsettling.
Could you imagine this thing chasing a laser pointer on the floor?
I've never heard of the Wampus cat, so this is new to me.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool creature. I like, I got to read up on that one from being sorted into the Ilvermorny, and it's got its own little embellishments from the Potter stuff. But I thought that was cool. I was like, oh hell yeah, I know that one. So the last one,
cat.
Yeah, so that one's a contender. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I like it.
The last one that I have on this list, there may be more out there, right? But these are the 6 that I scrounged up. They're called the Plat Eye people.
Oh, more for group of people. Plat Eye.
And the Boo Hags.
Oh, I'm gonna already love the Boo Hag. I can tell. Okay,
right. So basically, the Plat-eyed people and the Boo Hags, they're coastal, and I think it's Gullah-Geechee.
Yep, you got it. That's right.
Folklore entity. I got one right.
You did. And the Gullah-Geechee, they have they are very well known here in Georgia, actually, on the coast.
I think wasn't there a song way down yonder on the Gullah-Geechee?
That's the Chattahoochee, and no.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so
close.
Really briefly, because my wife has been to this one of the islands that are inhabited by the Gullah people. They are African and indigenous mixed ethnic group descended primarily from enslaved West and Central Africans. They live along the lower Atlantic coast, stretching from Wilmington, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida. So that whole stretch of coastline. They still retain a lot of their rich African traditions and language, cuisine, and arts. So they basically have their language is Geechee. The Gullah language, also spoken as Geechee, is a unique English-based Creole that features strong grammatical roots and vocabulary from West and Central African languages. So these are people very rich in tradition, and they still, you go to one of the islands that they inhabit, you can kind of get a close to authentic
awesome.
Gullah experience. Yeah. So they're in Georgia. They actually,
I love that.
they're big on the coast. So there's a Gullah Cultural History Heritage Center that opened. The U.S. Congress opened it in 2006. The National Park Service managed in a region that covered 79 barrier islands and coastal communities. So yeah, it's great. So they're keeping their culture and tradition alive.
Yeah, things like that. I love experiencing native cultures and things that are just so outside of my experience. I find that enriching. I enjoy that quite a bit. And
I apologize for wedging a little history lesson in there, but yeah.
No, hey man, this is like all this context helps make this stuff like hit harder, or you understand it better. So let's go to the Platt Eyes first. The Platt Eyes are shape-shifting.
Oliver Platt Eyes.
Oliver Platt Eyes, which ties us back to your Lake Placid comment earlier, because he was the main character in that awful movie, which they had a couple of them, by the way. I think there was like
I do love Oliver Platt as an actor, though. He's doing terrific work on the bear.
Oliver Platt's fantastic. So they're shape-shifting ghost animals that guard buried treasure. So the takeaway, I just want you to think about this. The takeaway here is, if you see a Platt Eye, fucking get a shovel.
So they're like leprechauns.
There's some treasure
basically
around here.
So they're kind of like leprechauns.
So ghost animals, which defies the cryptid categorization by Hüvelmann.
Okay, so there's a painting of these Platt-eyed people, and they look kind of like reanimated corpses. Like there's a painting that someone did of looks like a woman with either a black hair or a shroud, and she's got a very pale, it looks almost like a corpse face, like her eyes are sunken in black, and she's very pale. So she looks kind of terrifying. So yeah, I mean.
Okay. So we got that, right?
Yeah.
Now the boo hags sound way scarier.
Okay, I just looked at a picture. These are my favorites.
The boo hags are a skinless spirit that steal life force from sleeping people.
I think we have a winner, Caleb. These boo hags look awesome.
And they've got a kick-ass name, right?
They do.
Yeah,
I would wear a boo hag shirt for sure. This is it, just like what Caleb said. It's like a skin and bone corpse looking, like witchy type thing, long fingers and rotting, and yeah.
So the last thing I remember seeing in a movie that had anything similar to that, I've seen movies where like things come and like steal your breath while you sleep. That's kind of it's not an unusual trope in a horror movie or novel kind of thing. But the one that always sticks out in my mind is the movie Cat's Eye, which was an anthology of stories by Stephen King. And there's that little fucking thing that would come out of the hole in the wall and climb up on this girl. I think it was Drew Barrymore.
She in that?
Tiny little girl. I want to say it was. I could be wrong, but that's what stuck. E.T. era.
It came out in 1985. Drew Barrymore. Good call, man.
Okay,
Good
nice.
Call. Look at
and
that.
It would
James
climb
Woods
up
was
on
in
her.
it as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of little stories in there, so it was a super cool thing. But I remember being so freaked out because I didn't want to go to bed because I didn't have a cat, and it was the cat that would chase this thing away, and it ultimately kills the little goblin thingy in the wall. It's like a demented gnome or something,
It looks like something out of Labyrinth, the movie Labyrinth. It's like, it looks like it could be a playful gnome, but the funny thing is my sister, I don't think she's ever seen this movie, but it was one of those things where like when you're a kid, you hear about a movie. For the longest time, she didn't want to get a cat because she would swear that the cat would steal the baby's breath. I'm like, I don't think you got the message from this movie that it was trying to
No, that was the opposite. The cat's going to be the thing that saves you from the thing that's stealing your breath, right?
About time they earn their keep around here. There's lazy cats that we have.
Yeah, but then it's going to go shit in one of those robo things that automatically scoops the litter afterwards, so it's going to be fine.
And your phone's going to tell you about it.
Right. Oh yeah, I had to change mine. I got one of those things, and let me tell you, it's amazing. And
they're pretty great.
Like the bougiest cat owner on earth. My cat's so spoiled. Anyways, right.
So it kind of looks like the worst homemade ice cream maker in the world. That's what it looks like. You're like, it's got that big open thing.
Why does my ice cream maker have a front loading hole? This seems like it's not going to work.
Yeah. All right. So Caleb, I will say the Boo Hag wins hands down as what the official cryptid of Georgia should be.
Now, do we have a runner up? I'm just curious.
I think that 6-legged cat's pretty terrifying.
So the Boo Hags with the vice president, Wampus Cat.
But the Wampus Cat fits into more of that like jackalope type thing for me. Like that to me, it's like, okay, well,
we just sewed some extra legs on this corpse of a cat and taxiderm it. And yay, $5. You want to see the Wampus?
Yeah. Yeah. The Boo Hag looks like it could fuck some shit up though. It looks pretty
That's more than fair. That's more than fair. Well, how about we switch gears then? We have the official cryptid and the runner-up. The Boo Hags winning out over the Wampus Cat, and
maybe a Boo Hag riding a Wampus Cat would be the.
Now, look, if I was on the battlefield, which God forbid I ever am, and I saw that riding against me, I'm just gonna let it kill me because I'm gonna die. That's the most metal death I can think of,
It's like when they're riding the wargs in the Lord of the Rings. I'm like, that's pretty badass though.
Shit. All right. An orc on a warg. It's like a
elf on a shelf.
Elf on a shelf. Bench on a bench. Whatever. We're good. All right, so we're gonna go over to Illinois now. We're gonna hit, and I have actually a couple of funny stories that kind of tie together in multiple cryptids within a short period of time, sighting in the same area of Illinois.
Okay,
so it's wild as hell. You ready?
I'm ready.
So, the Big Daddy cryptid of Illinois is known. I almost
type that in my search bar.
Big Daddy. Wait, what?
I keep getting results for Big Daddy Kane. I don't think that's who you want.
Nope. We have the Enfield Horror.
Yes, you told me about him briefly when we were hanging out.
I have a T-shirt. I think I probably had him. I had a T-shirt with him on it. I probably wore it at DragonCon last year.
I think you did.
When we were hanging. Yeah. So the Enfield Horror is from Enfield, which is down in White County, Illinois.
Okay.
And the details of such are this: in the spring of 1973. And now this is where if you're thinking about editing this part, I want you to put in and keep all this audio that I'm saying right now in it so that people can hear it.
I think we're going to have to go a little long because all this information has been pretty crucial for the story.
I need you to put in like some fucking Halloween music behind me as I'm talking about this.
Like a thunder crash.
1973. Right. So in the spring of 1973, this small town was terrorized by a bizarre 3-legged beast with glowing pink/red eyes, slimy gray skin, and an unnatural leaping gait. It allegedly tried to break into the home of a local resident, Henry McDaniel, an event that drew massive media attention. So basically what happened is this kid was sitting at home and he hears something knock on his door. And he's like, well, okay. So he basically, he hears this thing knock on his door. And I think this is around 10 p.m., right? And I don't know where this kid's parents were. It's 1973, so they were probably out doing coke somewhere.
Probably smoking weed or whatever.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beer.
So this kid turns off Aerosmith's first album, which came out in 1973, right in the middle of Dream On. He turns it off. He's like, goes outside.
I'm sorry, Steven Tyler. I've got to pause your emotional belting here, and I've got to. There's someone at the door. So he gets the door, and he doesn't see anything. But it was the clawing made him basically. He heard this clawing at the door, and he was like, "That's not normal. I'm gonna get my dad's gun." So he as one does, he gets the gun and a flashlight, and he heads outside to see what this thing is, thinking it's probably a bear. That part of Illinois is very rural. Probably bears are not an uncommon thing out there.
It's probably an Enfield Horror. Let me get rid of it.
Right. Oh, God, not another one. So he opens the door and heads outside with his flashlight. It says he headed outside into a strong wind.
Okay.
And saw a creature behind 2 rose bushes. Not sure why it's hanging out over there, right? It was on his porch. Now it's behind the rose bushes.
Are you selling these?
Not my mother's rose bushes, you bitch. Later he said that it had 3 legs, a short body, 2 little short arms. I'm thinking like T-Rex, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall, was gray colored, and later added that it was almost like a human body.
So the depiction of this thing, if I could add it too. So imagine you're crouched, like you're sitting in a chair, right? And your front legs are sticking out, but there's no chair there, and instead of your body is held up by a third leg that came out where a tail would be. That's where the third leg is. So it's almost like a support leg out the back of it, like a tripod kind of deal. And then it's got these little arms. It's like all gray, almost like a larva of some kind, or like a grayling alien kind of color. Yeah, it's a creepy little dude, man. He's just like,
or it's the senator who was opposing mutant rights from the first X-Men movie.
Oh, Senator Kelly when he got turned.
Senator
into
Kelly,
water
there
thing.
it is. Yes. Do you have any last words, Senator Kelly? I'm the Enfield Horror.
Yeah, maybe he was. And so this Enfield Horror likes roses. Is that what we discovered about him?
Apparently, it's hanging out in this kid's mom's rose bush out back, right? So he fires 4 shots, one hitting it, and then it hissed at him like a wildcat, he says, before it ran towards a nearby railway embankment, covering that distance of 50 feet in just 3 jumps. So apparently that third leg is really the clincher. If we could get the Wampus,
I was gonna say,
and the Enfield Horror on a team, dude, they'd be fucking unstoppable. They'd be winning the championship, right? I mean, it's like totally. So basically, that's not the end of it, right? It escapes. A little while later, the kid's dad and mom come home. Right?
From their swingers party or whatever.
So what happens here is that the thing comes back later, and the kids are hiding. The kids
I forgot my keys. Sorry, you scared me off a little bit.
The parents show up, and they're like, "What's going on?" And the kids explain what happens, and Dad immediately hears something rattling the air conditioning unit on the side of the house, right? And then there's another scrape at the door. Then it's back to the air conditioning unit. And, Caleb reading this in a modern context, I think like, oh, it's clear that the Enfield Horror understands that there's copper in that air conditioning unit.
Is it a
just trying to strip it out
thing?
for right. I need to get a fix. I need the copper in this. I gotta junk this, right?
Hey there, never mind. I'm gonna go steal your AC unit. I'm gonna go down there and try to hawk it for some delicious meth.
So it basically it gets scared off again by the dad, but the dad sees it and is freaked out by this. And so basically that spawns a couple weeks later an investigation by news director Rick Rainbow at WWKI. Rick Rainbow also sounds like either somebody from a children's television.
I was going to say
program,
it's like a children's TV host,
right? Or a
like
pro
Captain
wrestler,
Kangaroo. Yeah.
Or a porn star. I can't decide which one. It's one of those.
You're saying he went into the wrong profession, is what you're saying. He should have
totally. I'm saying that, right? So basically, then there's like some other fun kind of like little details, but that's the gist of the story. It was chased off, and then it was really there's only been a few related spottings of it, but not like. Basically that year, that was it. And then nothing else really beyond that.
There's some truly terrific artwork when I search for Enfield horror, and one of them is an Etsy. It's on Etsy, I guess. It's a print.
Oh yeah,
and it's like running, and it's just like can't catch me, and he's got the 3 legs. It's very funny.
it's some bizarre stuff. So the Enfield horror is Illinois' big cryptid.
It's done by Lipstick Kiss Press, is the person who is selling this shirt, and you should definitely
Lipstick
support.
Kiss Press.
They have patches, and I guess they might be from Illinois. I don't know, but go check their Etsy page out and buy some stuff from them.
So that's the Enfield horror. Then we have
great.
a related creature from basically the same year, who is in nearby Murfreesboro, Illinois, which is in Jackson County. This thing is called the Big Muddy Monster. And they got super creative with that. You've got the Enfield
when I have too
horror.
much barbecue, I have a big muddy monster as well.
Either that or I've had too much and I'm in the bathroom creating my own kind of big muddy monster.
Okay, my first blush at this, it just looks like a more handsome Bigfoot, really.
For sure. And that's basically what he is, often dubbed as Illinois' Bigfoot. Same year, 1973, multiple locals and police officers report seeing a large, and I don't know how you see this from a distance, a large, foul-smelling ape-like creature covered in matted hair wading through the Big Muddy River.
Well, we all know that scent travels faster than the speed of light, so it's easy to smell something very soon. So my question is, what happened in Illinois in 1973? Did like a toxic truck overturn in all these counties and like
for real?
Everybody?
I mean, like it's ridiculous that we
did like an asteroid hit it or something.
In the summer of 1973, Illinois was plagued with cryptid spewings of whatever.
Did someone drug all the orange juice in the state and people were just like, what's happening right now? I'm seeing
this
all
is
these
before
monsters.
my time, but not much. So I mean, it's crazy.
I will say though, the statue of this monster, he's pretty hot as far as monsters go. He's a pretty handsome guy.
Right? I mean, what else would you want him to be? I mean, hey ladies, I'm the Big Muddy Monster. I like wading through rivers.
Like if we're playing fuck, marry, kill with these cryptids, I mean, you'd definitely be
okay.
He would definitely be a contender.
I'm gonna marry Bigfoot.
I think, yeah, Bigfoot might have the stability because he's got all those, like, I would definitely fuck, though, the Big Muddy Monster. I would have to put a clothespin on my nose while doing it, but he's pretty hot.
Hey, man, scent is part of the experience. You just got to go with it. We have another one here called the Piazza bird. And
like Mike Piazza?
Piasa, that's our bird. Piazza bird from Alton, Illinois, which is in Madison County. One of the oldest legends in our state. The Piazza bird is a massive, man-devouring monster depicted in ancient Native American rock paintings along the Mississippi River. It explores Marquette and my town's namesake of Joliet, probably pronounced Joliet because he was French, documented the fearsome drawing in 1673. So it basically sounds like it is similar to the more popular Thunderbird, not to be confused with the street wine Thunderbird, but but you know what?
Episode 4, guys.
But
episode 4 and 5. Actually.
But it is probably a similar kind of bird.
It's like it's got like manticore vibes. So it's got like the head of like something with antlers. It's got wings. It's got these talons. It's got this like long reptilian kind of body. It's got a tail that wraps around its entire form.
It's totally
it
like
looks
a
very
manticore.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like something out of like an illuminated manuscript from back in like the medieval times.
Right. Yep.
That's what it looks like, something that would draw that, yeah.
Biblically accurate Piazza bird.
I like it. It looks very cool.
So we've got that one. We have, because Chicago can't let other people have their things without copying on some level. I love you, Chicago, but this is some bullshit. We have the Chicago Mothman.
And it's just the guy that shows up to like Cubs games and stuff and gets really wasted and has to get kicked out.
That's my cousin. He's out in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
That's just Steven, Chicago.
I'm Steven Mothman, okay?
How about them Cubbies?
Cubs win!
But you could tell by his never finished Italian beef and his constantly yelling at the White Sox.
He's always got spicy brown mustard on his shirt, too.
Well, this Chicago Mothman, I don't know. I'm just doing a cursory Google image search here. It doesn't look any different from the other Mothman, the more famous one from Virginia. Is that what the other one's from?
No, it's from West Virginia, Point Pleasant, West
okay.
Virginia, to be specific.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia. So it looks very similar as that, except like I guess some of them are maybe rendered in like a slightly bluer color rather than a black or a gray.
Right.
So I don't know what the difference is supposed to be, I guess.
Well, let me tell you, my friend, what the difference
is. Okay, thank you.
So this is a new one. Location, Chicago, specifically Lake Michigan shoreline, the Riverwalk, and weirdly the O'Hare Airport area.
The airport.
Hey, look,
he's riding the red line to the airport.
He's taking the blue line from the lake shore to O'Hare, so he can catch his flight home. Okay,
that's hilarious.
But beginning around 2011, there had been a steady stream of reports in the Chicago area detailing sightings of a massive 6 to 10 foot tall black-winged humanoid with glowing red eyes gliding silently over the city. So this was such a thing that local NPR affiliate WBEZ Chicago, they did their own.
Who hosts Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me at the Chicago Theater, I believe.
Yeah, they had their own little expose on him. And we'll link this in the comments so you guys can go and listen to it. It's super fun. And it's just about 5-6 minutes long, but it is a lovely little thing where it's called The Curious Case of the Chicago Mothman. And it's just a little kind of street reporter talking to a few people who have some kind of connection to that story. And it's worth a 5-minute listen, so be sure to check it out. But it's funny because, of course, Chicago has its own Mothman, which
I do like it how they had to put Chicago in front of it.
Hey, it's the Mothman. No, it's the Chicago Mothman.
It's like right. All those places in New York that say original New York pizza. It's kind of like Chicago's version of that, but only for the Mothman.
Exactly what it is. Like we got one too.
If I didn't love Chicago so much, that would bother me, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's actually very funny.
No, I love it. I love it that they're just like ballsy enough to go, yeah, he's ours now, bitch.
I know. Chicago, you can get away with it. It's fine. Doesn't bother me. Keep on keeping on, Chicago.
Keep on. So we have a couple other notable monster legends here.
All right. Yeah.
One of them has my favorite name for a cryptid ever. No matter how you spin it, nothing to me is going to beat this name. But we'll save that one for last. The first of the notable legends is the Coal Hollow Road Monster. Another fucking Bigfoot. Like
is creature. It Coal Coal Hollow?
Cole. Coal Hollow Road Monster, a Bigfoot-like creature that allegedly haunted the wooded bluffs of East Peoria. And if you know Peoria, that's fucking hilarious. In the late
Peoria's
1970s.
In Illinois, but I don't know much about it.
So again, this is in the 1970s. Another Bigfoot monster.
So Chicago has two Bigfoot, big feet, two Bigfoot people.
What's the plural on that?
Muddy monster.
Oh, do we call them Bigfoots? I guess or big feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's just the same guy, but like every town just sees it different?
He's just like, look, I took a bath, and then by the time he got to the muddy river, he was just over it.
Yeah.
He'd seen some shit and was making his way home, and that's when he got spotted as the big muddy
it looks
monster.
Just like a Bigfoot. I mean, it looks like the muddy monster, the Bigfoot, the traditional one, the Sasquatch. That's what it looks like.
Yep. Now, we have these things in Illinois. My dad, side note, he claims to have seen one of these, and we'll talk about it to anyone who will listen, but that's nothing. If you know my dad, that's like just something that happens on a Tuesday. I mean, my dad will talk to anyone about anything for hours on end. I love my father. He's great. He's taught me many things, but you can't go shopping with him anywhere because he will talk to complete strangers about the dumbest shit for a long time.
Sounds like you and my dad and your dad and myself would get along famously.
Jeez Louise, dude. It would be like having two of me on the podcast. I'm telling you. I mean,
I'll
like,
just run interference so you can get some peace. Like, I'll just talk to him for an hour.
yeah,
about
thank
whatever.
you. I will just put him, I'll have my dad sit in for me and he'll sound like just a slightly older version of me. That's about it. So he says he has seen these.
Shout out to Caleb's dad.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening.
My father lives in this tiny ass town outside of Mount Vernon, Illinois called Blueford. And it is like, there's like maybe 600 people in this town. It's small, right? And he lives on a big stretch of land. And he claims that he has seen what he calls of black panthers coming into his yard at night and eating things. They have a small little dog, so they don't want to let the dog outside, sometimes for fear of these big cats coming out. And so basically one of the notable legends is Southern Illinois phantom black panthers. And they say for decades, Illinois has had dozens of reports of massive out of place black cats roaming rural farmlands and suburban edges. Now, the phantom black panther can be easily explained away as people buying big cats as kittens, and then they get too big and they let them go. And there's so much woodland in Southern Illinois that this would be easy and I can easily understand that is a thing.
There's also a lot of open cornfields as well.
Absolutely. And that means there's lots of ground animals. There's lots of shit for these things to eat. So I totally understand this. Now,
having driven through Southern Illinois, that's why I was adding to that.
Oh, for 100%, dude. It's not even a joke. So my favorite cryptid name ever is this one. And I don't even want to describe him. I want you to tell me what you think he looks like before you look him up.
Okay. All right. I won't look it up. Just send me the name. And
here it is.
I'll guess.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's the Tuttle Bottoms monster.
The Tuttle Bottoms monster. Okay.
I am the Tuttle Bottoms monster.
At first glance or mind picture, he seems like a creature that would come from like a bog or a swamp. He seems like a little goblin-y, kind of shorter, maybe like I don't know, like some kind of like a chud, like a gremlin type character.
Hey, chud.
Like a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
My kids,
like
kids constantly are calling each other chud, so that's hilarious. I love. Hey, chud, pass the lizard. Pass the lizard.
Have they seen the movie Chud?
Oh yeah, back in the 80s. I had to explain to them. I go, you guys know what chuds are? And they're like, yeah, they're dumb. They're like dumb white dudes. And I was like, well,
that's Chad's, but close.
But I was like, where I come from, kids, those were the cannibal humanoid underground dwellers.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Yeah, I think that's what this stands for.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at this thing, and it looks like not what I thought.
Nothing at all.
It looks more like an anteater kind of thing.
It says that this is a large ape-like cryptid reported in Saline County, Illinois. Notoriously described by witnesses as having an anteater's snout. So basically,
I think it looks pretty cool though.
A giant ape with an anteater snout. He's just some kind of in between phase of a Pokemon. He's the middle. It does look
like like a Pokemon that was left in the ball way too long, like one of the ones that Ash forgot he had.
God, it was hot in there.
Like, oh shit, I haven't fed this one in a while. Oh, God,
it started just mutating. It's like evolved, but only part of it has. It's weird. Yeah, so
I think next to the Enfield horror, this has got to be like my next favorite one. I mean, this is a cool looking one.
It's rad, man. I mean, that thing that you got.
I like it.
You got the Tuttle Bottoms, the big muddy.
It's a dumb name, but it's a really cool looking monster.
I know, right? And so we've got between the Piazza Bird, the Enfield horror, got the big muddy monster. And
the Piazza Bird, I think, fits into more of the mythological creatures category for me, like a unicorn or a dragon. Like that looks like something that would be right out of
Absolutely.
But this Tuttle Bottoms thing, again, despite its ridiculous name, does look very cool.
Absolutely. And so I think, if we're looking back at Huvelman's description of cryptids, some of these Bernard would disagree with, like the big muddy monster. We could see him as a cryptid. The Piazza Bird. I'm not sure
mythological
about that
creature.
one,
I would go
because
mythological on that one.
Right. Mothman apparently not, because he's
but the
like
Chicago
some kind
Mothman,
of supernatural. Right. Yeah, he's just got his cape. His cape has the hot dog, malort, and deep dish all on it at the same time.
Frequently seen slapping bottles of ketchup out of tourist hands, the Chicago Mothman.
Fuck that ketchup. Yeah, you got the Phantom Black Panthers. Those fit because they're a misplaced animal. Even though I think that's a dumb thing, Huvelman would agree. The Tuttle Bottoms monster fits into kind of like weird, creepy critter kind of thing that is totally just invented. That kind of stuff. So I think we've got a good mix of weird shit and cool like monsters and cryptids all kind of rolled into one here.
I like to think that the Boo Hag and the Tuttle Bottoms monster would get along.
Actually, I think Queen had a song about that. Wasn't it Tuttle Bottom Girls?
Tuttle Bottom.
There's a bunch of chicks coming out on bicycles with the anteater heads on.
That would be a way better song. I mean, I like the original song. No shade to Queen, but man.
Oh, you gonna eat some ants tonight? That's amazing.
Stealing AC by the red firelight. Oh, just all the cryptids.
Oh God, yeah. It's the.
I just imagine this dirtbag Enfield horror just hawking these old AC units at a pawn shop somewhere. like,
look, kid, look, it's hot as fuck outside right now. You need some quality conditioning.
I would give my third leg for an air conditioner like this.
In fact, I had 4. I did. I gave one up just to start this business, so ingrates like you can go home on your farm in 1973 and have a quality air inside your house.
And if he only steals it from that one house, like he just waits for them to buy another one,
he just takes buy a new one. The guy's like, "This, God damn it, this is the 5th air conditioner this week." These things are like made on trees.
1973 at Enfield was a hard year for air conditioner buying. So
1973 air conditioner drought.
Jesus Christ. Well, Caleb, we could do a series of these because I learned a lot about cryptids that I didn't even know existed or that were cryptids or were not cryptids.
I love it. And you know what I would love if our listeners can submit their favorite cryptids or things that they don't really even know much about, and they could send them to us
or ask us which state or country we could do one on.
Yeah, because there's cool if there's cryptids in the United States, there's definitely cryptids like the Loch Ness monsters from Scotland, obviously.
Sure.
So there's creatures from all over the world that would be fun, and even if they don't fit Huvelman's somewhat reductive view of what a cryptid is, according to the cryptid zoology, we can still play with them and have fun because we're like that. We're cool like that. So
we're gonna try to disprove or maybe enlighten, or not enlighten, maybe change the Huvelman hypothesis that these could be cryptids, that they could encompass these paranormal animals.
You know what? I think that's the name of Phantom Kangaroo's first record is the Huvelman hypothesis.
There's not a bad track on that record.
That
all
whole
bangers,
record is a banger from start to finish. I mean, with tracks.
I mean, you'd think for a ska record it would be bad because you hate ska. But hey, man, it's pretty amazing.
You got Tuttle Bottoms McGee on bass. You've got Big Muddy Monster on lead vocals. Chicago Mothman is just banging on the drums back there.
You got the Enfield. No, well, you also got the guy banging on the air conditioner, kind of like a Slipknot concert.
So
only
true.
It's just like a clang, clang. But I think we could definitely do a few times a year or I don't know, every other month or something, do another cryptid episode.
That would be amazing.
This is fun.
Yeah, because I mean they're fun and they're goofy and they give us so much like leeway to riff on, which is fantastic. I love it.
Well, I guess I also never really thought the states had multiple ones for multiple areas. I guess that's kind of a new concept for me. So I like that.
Well,
I
think
neat that each like kind of region has one.
I think one thing that I did learn in all this process is of all states, and now you mentioned it, you said, you're originally from New Jersey, and the Jersey Devil, while maybe not fitting into Huvelman's view of cryptids, it is the only cryptid that is the official state cryptid of any state in the United States. There's one state that has it, and it's New Jersey.
Are you serious?
New Jersey.
That's awesome.
The Jersey Devil is the official cryptid of New Jersey. No other state has an official cryptid.
Well, you know what? This proves why people are just so jealous of the Garden State because we're just,
tell
we're
you.
just paving the way for cryptids.
That and Zach
That's what it
Braff.
is. No, I didn't know that. That's pretty great. Yeah, well, Zach Braff is good too. But more importantly, I didn't know we had a state cryptid and that it is the New Jersey Devil. That's very awesome.
See, you learn something new every day here, Brian.
Oh, man, you taught me some stuff, Caleb.
I hope
This is
so. And I
great.
hope, you gentle listeners, I hope you also learned something. And that the 2 or 3 ornery listeners out there, hey, I hope
and the rough listeners, you're welcome too.
Yep, we love all of you. I hope you all learned something today. I had a great time looking this up and talking about it because how much more fun can you have than talking about cryptids?
We really, I can't think of a better way to spend a morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening to this, talking about it. And again, we want to thank you. Thanked you at the top of the show. We're going to thank you again. We really appreciate you guys listening and supporting. Like us on Instagram, liking us on Spotify. If you have suggestions that you want to hear about, if you have stuff that you like or don't like, let us know. We usually are pretty good at responding to comments and emails. Again, you can email us at distractopod@gmail.com, or you can reach out to us on Instagram or Threads or however you want. For those of you who have left comments, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We really appreciate it. We hope that we are somewhat entertaining.
That's always the goal.
I'm entertained. Yeah.
We love that. We want to continue to be as unhinged and humorous as possible with you guys. We're generally great people to hang around. At least we think so. I'm sure we're as annoying as hell in person. If you were around us too long, we're like, okay, I've had enough of you guys. I'm out of here. But
yeah, introverts usually have about an ass full of me.
Make a great Irish exit, though. Just do it and get out of there. But
and since we're kind of new to this, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but let me get. We're playing around with formats. So the next episode, I think this is episode 9. The next episode. Or no, this isn't episode 9. I'm sorry. Wherever we put this in, there'll be a surprise coming up. We're going to do some different things. We're going to do a review of some kind of a media, and later we have plans for stuff that we're going to do at a convention.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're playing with the ideas.
We've got some fun things coming.
So
up.
just yeah. So again, if there's something you want to hear or something you like or don't like or whatever, you just want to say, hey, good job. We like that. We like an attaboy.
Yeah. Pat my back, please.
Yeah. And we really do thank you. And we appreciate it for sticking with us. Thanks again. We love
welcome. You. You're welcome, Brian. I'm glad for sticking with you. I think I'll
thanks,
keep you
buddy.
around.
You really are my rock doing all this. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, hey guys, thanks again for listening. And I just want to remind you that although Distracto cannot solve your problems,
it can distract you from them.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Brian.
Good night and good luck.
Or good morning and good luck.
Or have a mimosa on me.
Make sure your air conditioners are very secure if you live in Enfield.
True dat.
This is a weird ending, but we love you. And yeah.
Sayonara.
Hey, you there! Yes, you. Do you feel bored? Restless? Are you filled with an overwhelming sense of impending dread by a society on the brink of collapse? Are you looking for a brief moment of escape from the nightmare hellscape our daily lives have become? Well, have no fear! Distracto is here! What is Distracto, you ask? Why, Distracto is a podcast and so much more. Distracto is your dose of distraction from the drudgery of the daily dumpster fire. If you like pop culture, reviews, comedy, deep dives, interviews, or going down internet rabbit holes that just might get you put on a list, then Distracto is the podcast for you. Join hosts Caleb and Brian each week as they delve into delightful and deranged topics that'll make you briefly forget that the world is on fire. Subscribe to Distracto today, where all fine podcasts are found. Follow us on social media at DistractoPod on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Or contact us directly at distractopod@gmail.com. Remember, Distracto can't solve your problems, but it can distract you from them.